And we're back to learning Inkscape, and this time I'm going to show you how to make a Laurel. Let us first create the basic elements. We need the circle, go to 45-degree angle and hold Control. Press Ctrl D or right click and duplicate. Drag a copy while holding Control. Let me get rid of the fill by clicking on the X. I hold Shift and click on a black swatch to have a stroke. And we need this center object, so realign while holding Control. Now make it too thin. It's actually best practice to create multiple of these and check what fits best for your needs. Select it all, go to Path and then Division. You can click on a big one and just delete it with the delete key. We've got this one. Let me give it a black fill, no stroke. I click on it again and then I rotate it holding Control. Maybe up to here. I press Ctrl D to copy it. Or once again right click duplicate, then object, flip horizontal. Or maybe that's a little bit too narrow, but I'm going to use it anyway. Let me size it down. I select it all and then I hold Control when I size it down. Now use the Bezier tool. 2 clicks while holding Control to have a line. Use the Nodes tool to create a curvature. Ctrl D to copy that. Drag a copy out of there holding Control. And then once again hold Control and size it down a little bit. So we've got the outside and the inside created here. Now we need to copy these 2 basic elements, so right click copy or Ctrl C. Select the path, go to Path and Path Effects, click on the plus sign, and we need the pattern along path. We can link it, or we can just paste it. I'll use the paste right here. Make sure it's repeated under pattern copies, and we can play around with the spacing and the width. At some point it'll cut off one of these repeated basic units. So if I, for example, use -10, you can see that it gets a little bit smaller in general. So keep that in mind. Let me copy the other one for the second path. So Ctrl C, then plus, pattern along path, paste it, and pattern copies repeated. Once again, it makes sense to play around with the spacing. A 0 should be fine here, I guess. Let me try something else, but a 0 was the best here, I'll keep that. Select it and you can reposition it a little bit. Always hold Control when you do. Now select it all, go to Path and Object to Path. And now we can give it a black fill and get rid of the stroke. Afterwards, select it all, Ctrl D, got a copy, go to Object and flip it horizontally. And that's the basic method to use. As I've said, the basic unit is important, so make it a little bit thicker and try it out for yourself. It creates a different feel. And afterwards, it sometimes makes sense to just manually rotate it a little bit. So let me do that here. When you do that, just delete the other one, make a second copy, and flip it again horizontally so that you have the same angle left and right. And this is how you can create such basic Laurels in Inkscape. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.